Welcome to our Oat Milk Showdown series. Today we are going to review Goodmate Barista. This brand is from Thailand with natural oats imported from Australia. Goodmate is the best-selling plant-based milk in Thailand. So for those that are interested to know, we're going to find out how it fares plain with espresso shots and also with matcha. Ooh, the color is very dark. I would say this is almost the same color as the outside barista edition. Smell is very malty. In terms of natural sweetness, I'll give it a 4 out of 5. In terms of texture, it's quite creamy. I'll give it a 5 out of 5. In terms of drinkability, it's quite easy to drink. I think that I can drink this on its own. I'll give it a 5 out of 5. Now let's make oat milk latte using Goodmate Barista version. Okay, so I'm going to use 120 ml of my oat milk. The color is really dark. It almost looks like it already has coffee in it. So into my cup of ice, I'm going to pour the milk. And I have here a double shot of espresso, 18 grams in, 45 grams out. Looking good. Now, the color is perfectly balanced. It is quite dark because the oat milk itself is already dark. Now, let's look at the texture. Texture is also creamy. Combined with that creamy espresso shots, I'd say perfectly creamy. Now let's find out whether there's a coffee balance or whether the coffee overpowers the taste of the oat milk or vice versa. Now for the moment of truth, let's find out the coffee balance. Wow. I think that there is coffee balance with this oat milk, although the taste of my coffee is quite strong. I wouldn't necessarily say that the coffee overpowered the oat milk, but it is still a little bit strong, too strong maybe for those that prefer their latte to be a little bit sweeter. We add some of sugar syrup. I have here 1 pump is 5 ml. So let's find out whether the taste is improved by adding the sweetener. It is absolutely improved. So let's give it a score. For texture, I'd say 5 out of 5. For sweetness, natural sweetness, I'll still give it 4 out of 5 because I needed to put syrup to balance the taste. And in terms of coffee balance, I'll give it a 4 out of 5. None is overpowering the other, but there is just not that perfect balance between the coffee and the oat milk unless I put the sugar syrup. And finally, we are going to taste test Goodmate Oat Milk with matcha. So I have a 12-ounce cup. I need 120 ml of the oat milk. Same recipe with all the others that I have already reviewed. And now to pour my delicious matcha mix. 5 grams of matcha, whisk in 40 ml of water. As always, we have a very creamy, very deep green color of matcha here. And now let's look at the texture. The creamy oat milk from Goodmate combined with that creamy matcha gives it the perfect creaminess. So I'll give it a 5 out of 5 in terms of creaminess or texture. Now let's find out the matcha balance and the sweetness. Matcha balance, I'd say, wow, I could taste the matcha and I could taste the oat milk. I'd say Goodmate is perfect with matcha. So for those that are in Thailand and looking for a good option for oat milk, I would definitely recommend. About the sweetness, I'd say the sweetness is just right, even without adding any sweetener. So I'll give it a 5 out of 5 for sweetness. Matcha balance, 5 out of 5. Texture, a 5 out of 5. Now let's find out if it's even better with some sweetener. The good news is that it didn't even change the taste. I don't think it's more sweet. It just gives that balance a bit more. So definitely highly recommended for matcha latte. Okay with iced coffee latte. Plain milk, plain oat milk, I'd say it's also quite good. Now let's rank it overall. So in terms of sweetness, we'll give it a 9 out of 10. In terms of the texture, I'll give it a 10 out of 10. For coffee balance, I'll give it a 9 out of 10. For matcha balance, I'll give it a 10 out of 10. Plain milk, I'd give it a 9 out of 10. In terms of value for money, this is a local brand in Thailand and is the most popular plant-based milk here. So I'd say value for money, although it's not as cheap as say something like Oatside, is still very good. So I'll give it a 9 out of 10. So there you go. If you're looking for good oat milk to use in your cafes or even just to brew at home, Goodmate is a good option. If you have any questions at all, do let me know in the comment below, and stay tuned for more of these video tutorials. We have covered all 5 or 6 different types of oat milk brand that I found in the market. So I hope these videos have been useful for you, and do let me know if you'd like me to cover anything in my future video tutorials. In the meantime, thank you for watching. Ciao for now.